Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Heidi Wilde, and I am excited to be here with Robert Sacco, who is the founder of the tool RUBI.AI. And Robert's going to tell a little bit about himself and the tool, why he created it, and what it differentiates this tool from the rest. And so, Robert, thank you so much for your time. I know you're very busy, so tell us about yourself, if you would.
Well, Heidi, in 1995, I started my very first advertising agency. It's been something that I've always been doing and being in love with marketing and advertising. And ultimately, what it was about was creating success for businesses, understanding how to brand them and take a brand. That's really my specialty, is to take a brand and build upon it and give it life. And so I've been doing that for a long time. But then in 2018, just the ability to jump into the software development, the mobile app development, getting all of that set up to where you can build tools that really made a difference in how people did their life. And of course, AI just coming on to the scene with that. So 2 years ago, we said, how do we get this incredible technology to everybody so everybody can use it, the benefits that we've been getting for a couple of years. And in the process of that, we just started identifying what are those things that have to happen so people can use it around the world that don't have any technology, savviness to them at all. They literally can just sit down and get results. And so we made a list of all the things that had to happen. And that was, number one, make it affordable, make it easy, make it to the point where they got amazing content that changed the way they did something, whether it be change the way that they shop, change the way they work out, change the way they eat, change the way they do their business, whether they do SEO or whatever it was. AI just had the ability to change everything, but it had to be in a small package, and we live in this day and age with AI that there's so much going on because it's the Wild West of a brand new technology that literally is life changing in so many different ways. And so we just feel like we're right on the forefront of everything, and we are cutting out our own market. I always talk about we are a blue ocean. We're not sitting here to compete with anybody else. We just have our own way of carving out a market in the AI niche, and we're going to do that with Ruby. And so it's super exciting about bringing it to market.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think the trending is really important to follow. But number one, it's you listen to the thought leaders that are out there and see what they're doing and where they're going and what's happening. And it's all AI right now. I mean, whether you're doing marketing for your business, whether you're doing just life in general, AI is fitting into it. Either it's on your phone or it's in every little tiny thing that you're trying to reach out. I mean, every application that has ever been created is integrating AI into it. But what that does is it fragments the market for what you really can do. And the one thing to get the best AI result, especially in the creative world, and that is the writing, that is imagery, that's video, it's audio. It's like anything that you're doing that's creative. The one thing you don't want to do is break the flow of how that works. And so when you look at what Ruby does, is bringing in, proprietary pieces that we build, but we're also bringing in all the things that make AI spectacular into one place so that they all work seamlessly together and so that you get this amazing workflow. You don't have to leave this application and go to 12 different applications to get what you want. In fact, most of the things that people who are in AI right now don't even know all the things that are available to them. And so we put it all into one little package at a value that is unbeatable. Like you can't beat this no matter where you go with value.
yes, it absolutely. And I will say that
Mm.
using Ruby in the last few months and AI in general, it is exciting and flowing my creativity. It hasn't stunted it; it's actually accelerated it. So I want to just say that from a personal point, everyone has their own opinion on that. So with
Yeah, I think
that,
it's a misnomer. I think it's a misnomer about the creativity because honestly, if you're a creative person, this opens up so many more channels that maybe you hadn't even thought of for your creativity to run down. And so it creates unbelievable products just because you're opening up things that you hadn't thought of, or maybe you didn't know exactly how to get to that point. Ruby will open those doors. And so creative wise, you're just a whole big new world that you can jump in and run with.
absolutely. So what is Ruby and what does it stand for, and what differentiates this tool from others?
Yeah, so when we came up with trying to come up with a brand for Ruby, it was really I love brands that say what they are, say who they are, but they're hard to come up with and not, put them into like short little cool looking graphics. And so we nailed, I think, with Ruby. That stands for Relational Understanding Based Interaction, which is we're a pioneer and leading the pioneering part of XOAI, which is Experience Optimization AI, which means that the more that you're dealing with AI, it's dealing with you, and it's learning both back and forth, so that you're learning to work together and you're creating a relationship with it. And that's why we thought Ruby was a perfect name. It stood for everything we wanted to, and it's just a good name that people can put in. And I think as you start to see people use it, that they create the personas for Ruby who they want Ruby to be for them, and it's powerful. It's really been a good name, a good brand, and it nails it right on to what she is.
Oh, it does. It's the gem.
Mhm.
It's Ruby is a gem.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
so there's a lot of different tools within Ruby, like Persona and Spy and Ghost. And can you just speak a little bit about that? I know there's a lot to it. Just maybe a snippet.
Yeah, so our core features of Ruby are built in with a Ask Ruby, which is a conversational chat, just like you would be maybe with Chat GPT or Claude 2. It's a conversational chat that lets you get the best results, but you do need to know how to talk to AI. You do need to have like a little prompting experience to get started with that. But then we have our basic modules, and our modules are built into collections of pre-built, professionally written prompts. So you don't have to know anything about being a prompt engineer. And this, again, goes to the core of what Ruby is to make it to where everybody in the world can use it without having any experience whatsoever. And so just by getting in, if you want to make a 3-month marketing plan that's reverse engineered, you don't have to know anything about marketing. You don't need to know anything about how to go about and do a reverse engineered plan. You don't need to go in and do market research and do all this. All you're going to do is put in the name of your company and a description of where it is and what it does, and it will do everything for you. And from there, you can actually refine it even more. But what we would do in our ad agency that would take 3 weeks to a month to do all the competitive analysis, do research, I can now get better, and I can do it in about 10 to 15 minutes. And so it's incredible what she can do. But again, that's the main part. Those are the key components. But then you go into what we call our microservices. And this is what makes us go into our own blue ocean. Nobody's out there that's going to be in this game with us. They may have one of them, but they don't have all of them. And that's really what our whole goal is, to have everything in one place. So Personify is a proprietary builder of personas. It doesn't stop at a tone. That's where most AI stops, is give me a tone and I'll let you know. But that's only 1/7 of what really needs to happen. You need to have a full rounded persona. So again, you don't need to know anything about creating personas. You don't need to know anything really about anything marketing. You just need to know that you need to know who your target audience is. You need to know how to talk to them. And Ruby will do that for every single audience that you have out there, just by Personify. Then we have our Spy, we have Ghost, and we have Extract, and now our virtual studios released. So you can do everything right here, from creating images, doing audio clones, doing voice dubbing in multi-languages, all the way to creating images to, Ghost takes your product that you create in AI and puts it underneath the AI detection softwares out there. Super important if you're doing SEO, or maybe you just don't want your stuff out there. Like, in school, I may want to make sure it's going to go underneath the AI detection radar. And the way to do that is to humanize it and make it yours. We do talk about responsible AI. I think that's a huge part of this, which, I'd love to elaborate someday on that part. But then you also have our AI detection software built in, our plagiarism checker built in, our readability score, so that you know exactly what content you're doing is great quality content. It's not just a bunch of garbage. And that's kind of what happens with people that are using ChatGPT or these conversational chats. They can go out and they can get a lot. Like, they can give you a lot of information, but is it really good? Is it really accurate? Is it really getting to the core of it, or is it just kind of being verbose? And so that's one of the things that you can do in Ruby. You can really get down, have great quality content, get it with the readability scores, make sure it's plagiarism free and unique, make sure that it's going to go underneath the AI detection radar if you want to. We also have the ability to do multiple versions of the exact same topic, so it has unique content. That's super important if you're doing SEO. All of that built into one place, and it's a lot. And the good thing is we packed all that into 3 little subscription prices that have an incredible value that you'll never find anywhere else. And all of those things I mentioned to you are all in every single one of our subscriptions. It's just how much usage you want. That's the only thing, where you decide how much you want to spend.
Yeah, Robert, I have to say, and it's one of those things where you have to see the tool. It's mind blowing, and people that see it in
Yeah.
10 minutes, it's like, okay, I need Ruby. Where's the link? How do I sign up? So I want to get into who this is for and the pricing structure, because you've been so generous in getting this into the hands. And everyone, there's two models. There's both the customer and you can be an affiliate. This is a networking direct sales model. So can you speak a moment about that?
Yeah, so when we built the product, we intended to go direct to digital marketing with it, just take it straight to market. Um, I have been in the industry for a long time, building tools, building in the field. I've built network marketing companies before, but it wasn't intended to go that direction. We really were just going to take it to market, straight to market through digital marketing. And the more that we started talking about how the masses needed to be trained, they needed to be experiencing this to get over hurdles, whether it be a mental hurdle that they thought it was going to kill the world, it was going to kill everybody, or if it was that they didn't need it, they don't understand it, I don't want to learn it, it's too difficult. So the network marketing gave us the ability to just really do amazing teaching and training. And when you started to get there and you see that someone uses this and they get it so ingrained in their everyday life, they number one, their life is better. They get the one thing you can never buy called time back to do a lot of other stuff that's more important. And that's what we've seen over the last, 5 months, 6 months of having it into the market through our alpha beta, and now a full release. Is that people are just using it and they're getting parts of their life more efficient. And that's something it's just powerful to do that, and all at a price point that you really can't hardly, you know, deal with. I mean, I talked about our three basic packages. We have a $15 basic, $25 pro, and a $50 premium. Again, everything that we just talked about is in there, and people can do anything they want to with it. It's just the amount. But for even Chat GPT, you're going to spend over $20 a month just to have that one thing. And you don't get the plagiarism, the AI detection, the ability to generate the images and all that stuff built into it. So this is where we want to lead into our blue ocean, is that we have it at an affordable place and that you can go build a business. When we chose to go network marketing, we opened it up for millions of people around the world to actually build a business on the fastest growing technology in the world. They didn't have to know how to do it. They don't have to be a developer. They just need to go out and tell what this product does for them and what it will do for other people, and let them experience it, and they can build a big international business based on that.
Yeah, and this is worldwide. It's in several languages, and
Yeah.
you can be 16 years old and above. For 16 years old students, you can
Yeah.
really get into the education field with students and teachers, how they learn. They learn through process. It's not giving them the answer. It's helping them be more efficient in learning.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so, I
Yeah,
wanted
for
to
sure.
ask you a moment about training, because you do offer training on a regular basis. Right now, I know it's weekly. That may change. You have a quarterly mastermind that, as long as you have a Ruby subscription, $15 and above, which incidentally, you can be a
Mm,
customer. You don't have to be an affiliate. Can you speak a little bit
right.
about how you offer training?
Yeah, so again, that was one of the biggest reasons we chose to go into the networking world, was because the way that we could do a teaching and training and a culture of being able to come in and learn whatever it is that you want to learn. Whether you're wanting to learn AI in so much detail, or if you just want to learn the basics of Ruby, we have the ability for you to do that. And we do a weekly 1 hour podcast called FlexCast. It's on Saturday mornings. It's streamed on YouTube and in our Facebook groups. You can find anything you want to know. I mean, you'll learn more about marketing and advertising and business, and so many different things that people come in because they all bring in a little bit of their own persona into the world of Flex. But you also get to understand how Ruby works and every facet of it. And we go into details. And if it's not just me, we have people from around the world that are, using this and having great success come in and talk about it. Much like yourself and your team has been very helpful in bringing in a lot of stuff there. And this is just the beginning. We know that when millions of people are using this around the world, that they're going to be finding ways to use this that we haven't even thought about. But it will change the world for a lot of other people. And so that's what we're excited about. When you're on the cutting edge of something, man, it's just so exciting about what the future holds. And that's something that will keep an entrepreneur driven for a while. I'll tell you
my
that.
gosh, it sure is. AI is here to stay, so we want to embrace it.
Yeah.
And this little baby, Ruby, launched 11/11 officially. So this is
Yes.
infancy. It's a ground floor opportunity. So if you're listening to this and you're leaning in and this is curious, you want to learn more, please get back to the person who invited you. Our team also has a Facebook group called AI University where you can see demos recorded with at your own time and schedule. And we'd be happy to show you more about Ruby. And I want to thank you, Robert. I appreciate you, and we all do, for coming on and sharing with who is Ruby, who are you, and where this is going. So
Well, I
thank you.
just, number one, thank you. I mean, you are amazing. Your team's amazing. And I just can't wait to see where this is going to go with people like you. You guys embody the culture of Flex and Ruby to the T. And because of that, we'll have an incredible business for everybody to be a part of and an incredible product that everyone can be proud of.
Thank you.